God says, "Your neighbors have spoken lies about you, but fear not, for I see everything hidden in the shadows. They claimed you've done what your heart never intended. Yet I, the Lord, will turn their false words into your testimony. They're whispering your name in dark corners, but I'm preparing to shout your innocence from the rooftops. They reported you to destroy you, but I will use their report to raise you." God says, "They accused you because your light made their darkness uncomfortable. The details they gave were chilling, but the truth I hold about you burns brighter than their deception. They saw your blessing coming and panicked, so they tried to build a case. But I'm building your crown." God whispers, "Let them talk. I will handle what they said behind closed doors. They reported you to the authorities of men, but I'm the highest authority. Your verdict is freedom. They claimed you've done evil, but what they didn't know is that you were chosen to expose theirs." God says, "They're not your enemies, they're your confirmation. Their lies are proof of your divine calling. They tried to make you look guilty, but the truth is they feared your growth. The lies they spread have reached far, but I will reach deeper, says the Lord. They reported your actions, but I will reveal their intentions." God says, "Do not panic over the false stories. They're simply tools I'll use to build your platform. You've been accused of things you never did, but heaven is your defense attorney. The neighbor's report was meant to break your reputation, but I'll turn it into a miracle of restoration. They spoke with venom, but I'll answer with victory. They've painted your name with darkness, but I'm about to rewrite it with light." God says, "The same mouths that lied about you will testify for you soon. They said you were dangerous, but only because you carry dangerous levels of truth. They've mistaken your silence for guilt, but your silence is your strength. You don't need to fight them. I'll expose them in divine timing, says the Lord. They claimed you've crossed a line, but I placed you beyond their reach long ago. They reported your name, but forgot that your name is written in heaven's book of purpose. God says, what they meant for harm will introduce you to new helpers and higher doors. Your neighbors saw your light and called it threat, but I call it divine favor. They thought they could ruin your peace, but I've already signed your peace treaty in heaven. The false report they filed will soon turn into their regret. God whispers, the storm they started around you will destroy their own hiding places. They claim to know what you did, but they never knew who you were. They're reporting your actions, not realizing I'm recording their hearts. God says, don't waste your tears on false witnesses. I am your living witness. They wanted to see you in trouble, but they'll soon watch you triumph. The details they gave about you were chilling, but the truth I'll reveal will melt every lie. God says, they've turned your kindness into suspicion, but I'll turn their suspicion into surrender. You were never meant to fit their definition of good. You were chosen to redefine it. They've called you names, but I'm calling you chosen. They thought they were alerting authorities, but they accidentally alerted heaven. God says, even their false accusations will serve your purpose in my divine plan. They claimed you have done harm, but the harm is in their words, not in your actions. Your neighbors may have stirred fear, but I'm stirring faith. They wanted to trap you in lies, but you're walking into truth's embrace. God says, don't defend yourself. I'll defend you in ways they'll never understand. They watched your every move, but forgot I was watching them too. The enemy wanted to use your neighbors as spies, but I'll turn them into silent witnesses of your rise. God says, the same report meant to harm you will be rewritten as evidence of your calling. They spread words that chilled hearts, but I'm igniting hearts to believe in you again. They accused you of wickedness, but I'll show them your worthiness. God whispers, they built a case, but I'm about to build your kingdom. The authorities they ran to will soon see who the real culprit is. They wanted to chain your name to shame, but I've already crowned you with grace. Their false stories may trend for a moment, but your truth will reign forever. God says, the louder they lie, the louder I'll bless you. They pretended concern, but their motive was control. I'll expose it all. You will soon witness divine reversal. What they plotted against you will return upon them. God says, you are not under investigation. You are under divine protection. They tried to stain your image, but I'm restoring your reflection with glory. The reports may have shaken you, but remember, I am your unshakable foundation.